2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena. Here are the five for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 guard. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
And here's George. To the inside, Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And Doncic gets it to go.
This is basketball 101. This is the size mismatch you look to create.
Powell against George. And Beverley kicks to Morris. Back to Beverley. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
May not have the height, but Beverley has good length. A 37-inch vertical. Nasty.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And that one's good. Leonard.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Doncic against Beverley. And they double up Doncic. Finney-Smith kicks to Powell. Doncic outside. Makes it off the glass.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now, here is Morris. Powell with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Porzingis has got the ball. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
And George, here we go.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. And Hardaway gets it to go. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Shot clock at 3. Beverley the pass to Zubac. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic outside. 1:16 left to play in the first quarter. And he makes that one.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Flexing at the rack, Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Powell the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Doncic against Beverley. To the middle, here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Now, here's Doncic. He has 6. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Beverly. And a missed layup.
A lot of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
There's the pass to George. Over Hardaway. Here's Zubac. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Zubac has got 6.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
The 3 from Porzingis. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the... Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, to be honest.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. JaMychal Green is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Williams at the 2. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Count that bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Jackson finds Shamet. Out to the wing. Harrell with it. Out defended by Cauley-Stein. Shamet the pass to Harrell. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Back to Jackson. Down low. Green. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Man, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Pass to Kleba. Back to Wright. Curry against Williams. Good on the bucket. Curry's got his second basket.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Williams kicks to Shamet. Back to Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for DeLon Wright. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. The Clippers also making some changes. Morris is checked in for JaMychal Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Paul George in for Reggie Jackson. Williams passes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
He plays with such force. You see why Harrell has been called the heart and soul of this team.
A different look for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway is subbed in for Seth Curry. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Beverly's checked in.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Dallas moving the ball around. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Zubac is checked in for Harrell.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Zubac, no good. Dallas leading by 3. Doncic outside. He feeds it to Powell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Powell's got his second bucket tonight.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Morris dishes to Beverly. Back to Morris. Passes it to Zubac. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. The 3 from Leonard. The shot, no good. Powell kicks to Porzingis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
At 7'3", Porzingis is almost impossible to guard, especially when he's focusing on trying to score.
And the Clippers making a change here. And he's good on the second. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points. And Kenny, along with the incredible production Luka Doncic is and that should...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Clippers trail by 8. The 3 from George. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Beverly finds Leonard. It's deflected. Outside, George. Back to Beverly. The shot's good on the assist by George. Beverly's got his second basket of the game.
Finally getting one to fall. They were 0 for 3 to start this half.
And the dunk by Powell.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end. Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up. After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half. The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Morris. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Morris outside, and here's George for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Lob pass to George. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. To the paint, Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Curry's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Here's Curry. Powell trying to free himself up. Curry's shot is off. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. And that one's good. Shamet.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Shamet with the steal. Harrell with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Williams, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:10 left in the third quarter of the game. Powell kicks to Brunson. Kleber inside. Guarded by Green.
He's light on his feet. Montrezl Harrell gets himself into position and makes a play on the ball.
Another shot and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
For Los Angeles, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Both free throws good from Green.
You've got to love the journey JaMychal Green has taken to get into the league, really clawing his way into this team's rotation thanks to his tremendous work ethic.
And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Brunson. There's 38 seconds left in the third. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Dallas moving it around. And they get it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And both free throws good for Curry. Here's Jackson. Inside and stolen by Cauley Stein. Here we go, one-on-one. And the layup's good off the glass. Cauley Stein's got his second bucket of the night.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. The Clippers on top, leading by just 2. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They're down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Reggie Jackson out there with Williams. And it's Shamet in at the 3. Now the pass to Cauley Stein. Shamet with the steal. And Williams gets it to go on the assist from Jackson. Williams has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers. Leonard against Hardaway. That free throw good from Hardaway. And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Morris is checked in.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Here's Curry. Tries again. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Clippers leading by 4. And good that time.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Curry passes to Kleba. Back to Curry. And here is Kleba. Here's Doncic. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists tonight.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Leonard on the wing. The 3. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Hardaway with the drive. The Clippers grab the miss. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And then Leonard with the dunk.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
They're fortunate the defender couldn't control it. Almost lost that possession.
A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleba. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Seth Curry. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Harrell, while George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
You know, I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic. Knocked away. Stolen by George. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Pass to George. Beverly deciding where to go with it. On the wing, George. Over Porzingis. Beverly. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Looking like a junkyard dog on the glass, Patrick Beverly. You have to admire his intensity.
And Morris throws it down.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
That was great anticipation on the steal. A gamble that paid off.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Off target with his 3. Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 10. 1:35 left here in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Doncic, no good. Los Angeles leading by 9. Outside, George. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris with the bucket.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Clippers.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Porzingis passes to Powell. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside, George. For three. Powell pulls it in. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Porzingis finds Doncic. Gets an open look and hits.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
George passes to Morris. Misses the three. So the Clippers winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Los Angeles, California. The week is starting off right. Monday, DA.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. And George, here we go. Morris outside. Back to George. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Now here's Beverley. In the corner, George with it. Back to Beverley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
What you have to love about Patrick Beverley is the long road to the NBA and his commitment to getting there. Think about this, guys. 3 different European leagues before he signs with the Rockets. I don't know how you can't appreciate that kind of work ethic.
Now, here's George. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Nurkic with the steal. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Just so fluid on all his shots. No hesitation for Melo on the catch and shoot.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Here's Lillard after the Clippers pick up 2. No good from outside.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Ariza, and he banks in the layup.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a 6th sense for those reads.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Clippers trail by 3. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Beverley the pass to Zubac. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Ariza. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Such an effective scorer. Trevor Ariza recognizing when he needs to get into his mid-range game.
Beverley against Lillard. And here's George for 3. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Anthony kicks to Ariza. Back to Anthony. Kicks it out to McCollum. Lillard outside. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Anthony. McCollum right side. Over Beverly. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
George against McCollum. Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Beverly against Lillard. They get a hand on it. It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Anthony. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Lillard from deep three-point land. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
The shot's good. Zubac has got 6.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And it's Lillard missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And Beverly kicks to George. Off target from three-point range. He's off on that one. A scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers leading by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from a...
Now, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Collins. Also Whiteside out there. Rodney Hood out there with Little. And it's Trent in at the point. 5 on the clock. Little. Great positioning on the putback. Little's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Jackson passes to Williams. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Harrell kicks to Shamet. There's Jackson with the 3. Offensive rebound. Harrell.
Well, Harrell is not going to back down. Hangs tough and finds his shot opportunity. Gets to the foul line.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And both free throws good for Harrell.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Clippers trail by 5. Outside Williams. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Back to Harrell. On the wing, Green. Down low. And that one's good, Shamet. Shamet's got his first 2 points of the night. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Good, finds Whiteside. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
Williams against Hood.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Over to the left wing. Trent. The Trailblazers rebound. Passed a little. Here's the three. Here's Whiteside. Kicks it out to Collins. The pass to Little to the wing on the left. Trent can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's Shamet missing. Portland leading by 5. And it's Hood in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. Hood's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Rodney Hood is a guy who takes a good number of three-pointers. He's no doubt a floor spacer. The defense can't give him room.
They get it back. Green off with the layup. Now, here's Shamet. Defense right on him, and it's Green missing.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Here's Whiteside. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And now a 10-point Portland lead. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Jackson drives in. He feeds it to Harrell. Back to Jackson to end the drought. It's good.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
To the middle. Here's Whiteside. Rebound by Harrell. Clippers trail by 10. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Shamet. Misses in close. And so Hood will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. From deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Williams kicks to Shamet. And he comes up with the deuce.
Over the course of his career, Lou Williams has really improved as a passer. That is nicely done.
Trent. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the... Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points. Taking a look at the... That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. Ariza finds Lillard from past the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 10. Morris with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And George with the stuff.
Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
From deep, George. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And yes, it's good. George has got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And it's Lillard again missing. Pass to Beverly. In the corner, George with it. And the three ball is good. George has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Lillard against Beverly. Outside for George. He dishes it to Harrell. Back to George. Jacks up a three. And it's Portland with the rebound. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Anthony in the corner. Pass to Lillard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Lillard's got 9.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Clippers trail by 7. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Now, Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
That one drops for him.
Now, Paul George, a tremendous jump shooter, squares up, knocks it down. The defense has got to be better.
Up again, and staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his second basket of the night.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Beverly, the pass to George, and Leonard has it in the corner. The three-pointer, no good. Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard, right side, over Beverly, and too long on the shot.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Out to Anthony. Dishes to Nurkic. Lillard outside.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Lillard against Beverly. George, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Over Beverly. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Trailblazers leading by 5. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Nurkic is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard. Unloads from 9. Here's Nurkic. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Zubats. McCollum passes to Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Nurkic. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the foul against the Clippers.
A physical big. Nurkic embracing, going up and attracting the contact. when he's trying to score.
He hits both from the stripe. Clippers trail by 7. Left side Williams, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Whiteside, it's good on the putback.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Now here's Williams. He's guarded close. Count that one. Williams has got his first basket of the night.
How about the focus of Lou Williams? Inside, able to finish. Nice.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George comes in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Leonard on the wing. Misses the 3. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Kicks to McCollum. The dish now to Anthony. To the left side wing. Passes it to McCollum. To the left wing. Trent passes to Carmelo. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Leonard. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Morris.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
McCollum, no good.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
From deep, George bangs home the trifecta. And now just a 2-point Portland lead.
Gorgeous. That pull-up jumper is simply gorgeous. Paul George rises above everyone.
Anthony against Leonard. Here's Whiteside. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Lillard's checked in for Portland. The score now all even.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir. Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Morris looking over the floor. And stolen by Whiteside. Here's Trent, defended by George. And the jam by Whiteside.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
Leonard dishes to George. That one misses. And it's Portland the other way. And here comes Ariza, leading the fast break. Bobs it up for Anthony.
You could see that Melo knew how important it was to get the score there, and he just imposed his will on everyone else.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Back to Beverley. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Huge moment for Patrick Beverley. Wow.
To the inside. Stolen by Zubac. One-on-one here. Over in the corner, Beverley. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Morris. Leonard attacking. Yes! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Leonard kicks to George. Offline with his three. Trent passes to Ariza. Now, here's Lillard. Launches a three. Laces one from three.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon, on the banks of the beautiful Willamette River. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Porzingis. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. McCollum outside. Nurkic finds Lillard, and they pick up 2. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
The first free throw is good. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Lillard misses. Here are the Mavericks now. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Outside Hardaway. And stolen by Ariza. Here's McCollum. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Here's Porzingis. Powell trying to free himself up. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. So you got to bring much faster help than that.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Doncic dishes to Powell. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The defense is aggressive on him, but when you're giving up that much height, there's only so much you can do.
Lillard from outside doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Dallas the other way. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Kicks it to Powell. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. To the paint, Nurkic with the steal. Now here's Ariza. He's covered closely. And here's McCollum for 3. Over to the wing. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Nurkic.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
Here's Finney-Smith, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Lillard outside. Inside, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Both teams deciding to change it up. Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Brunson kicks to Cauley-Stein. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Little. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. 1:53 left in the first quarter. And Curry, here we go. Oh, that's blocked. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Hood's checked in for Portland. Wright is checked in for Dallas. Here's Trent. Brunson covering. Trent gets the bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
To the middle. Here's Wright. And Whiteside sends it back.
Well, because of Whiteside's instincts and awareness, he can pretty much block anything in his proximity.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. So the wing on the left. Here's Trent. Brunson covering. Passes to Trent. Right side, the pass to Trent. Shoots over Brunson. The putback. And Whiteside stays right with it.
Amongst the best hitting the offensive glass, Whiteside can pile up those second chance points.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Out to Hood. Takes a three. The offensive rebound. Tries yet again. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Oh man, such a quick and explosive leaper. Cauley Stein throws it down with ease.
Here's Trent. No good with the triple.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. A wide open look here for Wright. Hits the three-point bomb. Here's Trent. Will it go? He gets it in there. Trent's got his second bucket. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Mavericks lead by 3 from Portland. We're back in a moment. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm.
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Lillard and Hood work together in the backcourt. Collins is out there with Little, and it's Whiteside in at the pivot, manning the middle.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Yeah, good job to take it right at the game.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Yeah, and that's what you like about Whiteside. I mean, the rim protection, the rebounding, the intimidation factor. I mean, still developing as an offensive player, making strides, but not there yet.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Anthony's checked in for Collins. Risa comes in for Little. And McCollum subbed in for Hood. Whiteside and the jam by Whiteside.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Doncic, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Whiteside inside. The Mavericks pull it in. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Lillard outside.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable at a very young age.
Now, here's Doncic. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Doncic throws it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And Portland has possession. The Mavericks making the shot. Here's Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And you can tell Lillard fears no one. Sometimes it doesn't even matter what you do defensively.
Here's Finney-Smith. The shot misses. Good D by Ariza. Trailblazers leading by 3. Pass to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. To the inside. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by Ariza. Whiteside's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, not only where he's most comfortable, it's also where he's most dominant. Whiteside, a towering presence inside.
Porzingis finds Doncic. Powell with it. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Powell's got 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Lillard dishes to Whiteside. Back to Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And it's Ariza with the ball for Portland. It's a 3-point game. Outside Anthony. Back to Whiteside. Kicks it out to Lillard. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
Out left to the wing. Tries it from 19. And it's Lillard again missing.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Finney-Smith passes to Powell. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Lillard finds Whiteside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Whiteside's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Porzingis passes to Powell. And here's Doncic from the arc. Dallas, no good that time either. And the first half is now in the books. Portland out in front. They're up by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He had 14 points, 13 rebounds, and no doubt that... And that's...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
This is the kind of player that Whiteside can be on offense. We'd love to see this more consistently.
Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Here's Finney Smith. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Whiteside kicks to Anthony. And here's Whiteside. 16 points for him. 6 to shoot. Right wing. Here's McCollum. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Trailblazers lead by 9. Dallas shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Porzingis against Anthony. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got his second basket.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Anthony dishes to Nurkic. Anthony in the corner. They grab their own miss. Tries again. Doesn't go for him. Mavericks trail by 7. Powell, the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Count that one.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Pass to Little. The feed to Hood. Over Curry. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there. Staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
It's Curry outside. Rebound by Nurkic.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, and they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And offensive rebounding is about commitment. There you see Collins showing plenty of it to grab the board.
Nurkic with the block. And he recovers it. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Hood finds Nurkic. Back to Hood. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And the pass to Trent. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas. Cauley Stein's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Brunson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
To the paint and stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Curry. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Little dishes to Hood. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Hood's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
Adding more to his offensive game. You got to love that. Hood wanting to prove he's more than just a perimeter scorer.
Curry kicks to right. Brunson scanning the floor. Trailblazers leading by 9. Hood, the pass to Nurkic. Now Little. Back to Nurkic. Here's Trent. Cauley Stein defending. A steal. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. 2 on the clock. He takes it up and lays it in. Wright's got 9.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Anthony is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Trent in at shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And that one's good. Lillard.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
Doncic finds Curry. Back to Doncic. Curry deciding where to go with it. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. And it's no good.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Seth Curry. And Lillard gets it to go.
Look, the jumper of Lillard, you better respect it because he gets it off so effortlessly.
Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Lillard with the bucket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
The shot by Powell, no good. Trailblazers leading by 11. Here's Ariza. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. It's Hardaway with the drive. No good on that one. Good D by Ariza. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Passes it to Carmelo. Now, here's Nurkic. Shoots from 14. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. Finney-Smith kicks to Hardaway. Here's Powell on the money with the open jumper.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
McCollum outside. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Lillard. Here's Anthony. Back to Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Kept alive. Nurkic. Second chance shot. And the layup is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
The closer Nurkic is to the basket, the more dangerous he is. A solid interior scorer.
Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. Doncic with the bucket. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Inside, and the dunk by Powell.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks trailed by 11. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Powell. It's good on the putback.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Doncic with the steal. Powell with it. Lillard picks him up. Singis passes to Powell. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
That's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
Down low, Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
And stolen by Lillard. Anthony kicks to Nurkic. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Buries it from three-point range. And now it's a 12-point Portland lead.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Portland.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Hassan Whiteside.
Well, the best work he did came on the boards. Nobody could match his intensity. His rebounding played a big role in this win.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Swanigan, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Jackson down low. Hezonja defending. Dallas, no good that time either.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And it's Simons missing. Doncic finds Barea. That free throw good from Barea. So he gets them both. Here's Simons. Good for three. No good there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. So, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. Welcome. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4. Left side, Porzingis. And Doncic, here we go.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Beverley against Doncic. And Beverley kicks to George. The 17-footer. They get it again. Zubac. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Over in the corner, Beverley. Pass to Morris. Powell with the steal. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis out there and hustling in transition to get the nice finish.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Here's Finney Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Good awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Beverley, the pass to Zubac.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off. But he's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Porzingis with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Stolen by Beverley. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Consistent in finding ways at coming up with steals. Patrick Beverley in the shorts of the opposition.
On the wing, Hardaway. Doncic finds Powell to the left side wing. Hardaway with it. Back to Doncic. Lock at 6. Powell, the tip in on the offensive rebound.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now, here's Beverley. Leonard dishes to Beverley. Morris, left side, passes it to Leonard. That one goes in. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. The Mavericks also with a sub. Curry's checked in and stolen by Harrell. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Morris. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Williams comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Harrell. On the wing, Williams. Back to Shamet. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. To the middle. To stop the run. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Forget about the size of Willie Cauley-Stein because of the way he moves out on the floor. Great job of drawing a foul in the paint that time.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Williams, that's for 2, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Back to the action after this word. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We've got Montrezl Harrell. Green is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the 1. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Jackson kicks to Williams. Now, here's Shamet, guarded by Wright, and Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. And Wright pulls it down.
Now, there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Curry finds Cauley-Stein. Now, Kleber. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley-Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
Jackson passes to Shamet. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Williams against Wright. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Shamet. Inside and stolen by Cauley-Stein. Right side Curry. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Williams looking over the floor. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Cauley-Stein in great position to reject that shot.
And the rejection by Harrell. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. So for the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. It's Curry with the drive. Cauley-Stein dishes to Curry. The second chance effort. Lays it up off the glass. Curry's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Beverly with the ball. Out defended by Cauley-Stein. Harrell. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Mavs.
Poke loose. Leonard with the steal. Beverly with the ball. Right on him, and that one's good. Beverly.
And Patrick Beverly can do that in close, finds a way to get that one up, and you know he likes to score. It doesn't happen a ton, but he loves it.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And it's Leonard missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Porzingis can't hit. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Beverly. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. Powell with the steal. Dallas moving it around. Doncic against Beverly. On the wing, Doncic. 4 on the clock. Pulls up from the corner with the putback. It's good on the putback. Powell's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Back to Beverly. On the wing, George. To the inside. Zubac trying to break loose. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Beverly.
A good passing in the paint, maybe even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. Here's Doncic. An easy 2 points on the layup. Doncic has got 6.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
And so it's Dallas with... Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks have been one of the more stable organizations in the NBA.
The ownership has been...
And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Powell with it. George picks him up. Here's Finney Smith. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Morris passes to Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
The pass to Powell. Here's Finney Smith. Dallas again missing.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
George, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Well, there's no doubt that the way that Montrezl Harrell approaches the game is the heartbeat of a lot of the minutes that he's on the floor for any club.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Nobody near Williams. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Dallas leading by 3. It's right on the wing. He's covered by Shamet and finished off by Wright.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Shamet. It's rebounded by Dallas.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Back to Williams. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Well, even when you get physical with Lou Williams, he'll use that against you. Keeps his balance that time.
Brunson kicks to Kleba. Up and in on the layup. Kleba's got his first bucket of the night.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Harrell wide open. He shoots. The baseline J off the mark. Dallas leading by 7. Pass to Brunson. Dallas moving the ball around. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 10 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Shamet the pass to Green. And no good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Harrell uses the glass to finish the layup. Harrell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the D can't let Montrezl Harrell get that close to the rim. He's going to do significant damage.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Jackson passes to Green. Now the feed to Harrell. Down low. Here's Williams. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks.
Cauley-Stein positioned himself early and then found the reward there as he collected the ball and threw it through.
Curry kicks to Cauley-Stein. In the corner, Hardaway with it. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Mavericks on top. Ending the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And right after the... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. To the middle. And George with the stuff.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Out to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Out to the wing. Beverly the pass to Morris. Porzingis with the steal. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop.
Long arms and some quick hands that time. Some good awareness as Porzingis just kept moving.
Leonard on the wing. Passes it to Zubac. He dishes it to Beverly. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And George with the stuff.
Sweet finish from Paul George there. I like to see him get up to the rim like that.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis against Zubac. To the paint. It's stolen by Morris. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. That one goes. Count it.
There's no way he even felt that contact. That's what makes Leonard so tough to defend on the dribble drive.
Powell kicks to Doncic. And the three off target. Clippers trail by 10. Inside, here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Powell, the pass to Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by the Clippers. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Beverly finds Leonard. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
That's Kawhi pushing the action all by himself there, attacking inside and starting to take charge.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And then George with the jam.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Hardaway, and he's fouled pretty hard up. The coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
The shot by George, wide open. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Porzingis. It's Powell on the wing. Dallas moving the ball around. And Doncic, here we go. Good. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Hardaway passes to Finney-Smith. Paul George with the steal. Here's Beverly, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltend. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Powell. It's hauled in by Zubac.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the in-one, and this time they're not backing off.
And George, here we go. Count it!
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
What a chance!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a chance!
Nice. Porzingis wanting it and gets it.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George passes to Zubac.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Gets the first, and that gives them the lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
Another shot. Doncic dishes to Powell. Hardaway for 3. Can't get the 3 to fall. Leonard with no one around. Good.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W. And all right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Brett Barron. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubats in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. Now here's Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Covered by Anthony. Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Outside for George. 3 on the clock. Dishes to Morris. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Lillard against Beverley. Here is Lillard, and the shot is good.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
4 on the shot clock. Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Beverley for 3. Rebound by Nurkic. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. And a wide open look for McCollum. That 3 off the mark. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. That's good for George on the assist by Leonard.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Lillard attacking. Over to the left wing. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. And he uses the glass on the lane.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Beverley with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this game.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverley fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Now here's Ariza. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Nurkic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Ariza. It's McCollum on the wing. Here's Lillard. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Clippers trail. Morris into the lane. Pass to Beverley, and Leonard has it in the corner. On the wing, Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The 11-footer, Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day 1 when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
And the shot goes in.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Lillard outside. Nurkic gets to Ariza. Here's Lillard. No good on the shot. The Clippers go the other way with it. And George, here we go. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Portland called for the foul.
Good luck containing Paul George on the drive. He's one of the more fluid wings in the league.
First free throw is good. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Trent. And the layup falls.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And Williams, here we go. Pass to Shamet. Here's Green. Collins with some nice D. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Hood for 3. Good on the triple.
We see this a lot from Hood. Doesn't have to get all the way to the rim. Comfortable pulling up for the jumper.
On the wing, George. That one wide left.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait. But you can't blame him.
Collins finds Whiteside. No good on the triple. And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers out in front, up 5. Just catching up with Montrezl Harrell, we mentioned his activity level.
That's where I play with a lot of passion.
Greg, I know you agree. Few guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got JaMychal Green, Lou Williams out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Shamet in at the small forward position. And there's the pass to Zubac. Shamet kicks to Williams. Shamet the pass to Zubac. And the basket is good.
And once you get the height advantage from there, no need to mess around.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And Collins has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Trent. They get the rebound. And Whiteside slams it home.
Unbelievable, the size and strength of Whiteside. So light on his feet.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Left side Williams. And Shamet now top of the key. Passes it to Zubac. Williams for 3. Rebounded by Hood. Portland leading. Collins with it. Now Green defending. To the paint. It's deflected. It's stolen by Green. Williams attacking. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Hood for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Hood's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
Hood's ability to space out the floor is huge. If he's squaring up from outside, the D has to close out.
Shamet the pass to Williams. Back to Shamet. Over Hood. And that one's good. Shamet.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
In the corner, Collins with it. Portland moving the ball around. Hood deciding where to go with it. Lets it go from deep. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field.
And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, Gia, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard misses.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubac. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Whiteside. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Zach Collins. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Little. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for JaMychal Green. George is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Lillard against Beverley. From down in the low post, it goes. Beverly's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
I love this about Patrick Beverley. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
It's McCollum on the wing, defended by George. There's the triple, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Beverley feeling it out a bit. And George, here we go. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Harrell.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Lillard against Beverley. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. Good work there as it goes.
Continuing to stoke the fire. His shot making has been absolutely superb.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Harrell. And that one is off. Great D that time from Nurkic. Cullen passes to Nurkic. Fires from deep. And that one released in time, but no good. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of 1, they were able to end up with a 5. And that'll do it.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. McCollum finds Ariza. It's McCollum on the wing. Beverley against Lillard. Now Morris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And here's Leonard from 3. Beyond the arc. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 4.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Out to Anthony. To the middle. And it's Ariza in the corner. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range, Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Nurkic. Ariza's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers. The 3. Damian Lillard pulls it in.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Back to Anthony. Stolen by Beverly. Leonard finds George. And here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
Back to Ariza. Over Leonard. Ariza no luck. Clippers trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Nurkic with the block. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Stolen by Zubats. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
McCollum against Beverly. Back to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Nurkic. Yep, it counts. Nurkic has got his first points of the night. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Beverly for 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Beverly's got 7 points in the game.
Go ahead, Beverly. Shoot your shot. He's good at playing to his strengths on the offensive end.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Back to McCollum. And it's Ariza in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Oh, Leonard in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Beverly against Lillard. Kicks it to Ariza. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's George. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now just a 5-point Portland lead. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Lillard looking around. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
George, no good. McCollum outside. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter. Leonard on the wing. There's the 3. The shot, no good. The shot will not fall. And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Reggie Jackson out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Green and Harrell's in at the center position. Here's Trent. Puts up a three. Green with the rebound.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Trent, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Trent. And it's Hood in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Trent passes to Hood. The putback, and Whiteside stays right with it. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
I just love that effort by Hassan Whiteside. Focused, and he's a huge threat to score off the miss.
Williams, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
But they'll get another chance. Out to Hood. A 3-ball. The Trailblazers rebound. Whiteside, the pass to Hood. And finally they hit one. And now a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
Fires from 14 and off the front iron, and in it goes.
A guy with Shamit's shooting ability can make anything work. The mid-range is almost too easy.
Down low. Little kicks to Whiteside. Outside Hood. Collins passes to Hood. Back to Collins. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The tray. And it's Hood again missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Jackson dishes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
McCollum's checked in for Portland. It's McCollum on the wing. Fires the 3. Whiteside kicks to McCollum. To the wing on the left. Now the pass to Hood. It's McCollum on the wing. Over Beverly. Whiteside controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Following it up with the flush, Whiteside generates a lot of points off the putback.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does Georgia's impact on the game.
Pass to Hood. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 6th rebound on the night. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Pass to Zubats. Leonard with the ball. Goodbye Hood. George with no one around. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Back to Zubats. Here's Beverly. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And now Portland on the break. Feeds it to Little. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball. And Morris throws it down.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And it's Hood in the corner. And there's the feed to Whiteside. Yes!
Important time in the game. Whiteside showing the confidence to take things into his own hands.
Back to George to tie it up. Here's Zubats. It's good. And that shot brings them to within just one.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Trent. Now here's Whiteside. The putback, good.
What poise by Hood, calmly draining the shot at a crucial time.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Mavericks, inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Now here's Hardaway. Rebound by Nurkic.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Now here's Ariza. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go. Tries again. Nurkic kicks to Ariza. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. McCollum passes to Ariza. Nurkic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Porzingis can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pulls it up. Trailblazers keep it alive. Anthony kicks to McCollum. Hits it from three-point range.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Hardaway passes to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Hardaway finds Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum against Hardaway. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Pass to McCollum. 6 to shoot. And here's Nurkic, guarded by Powell. Nurkic can't hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Well, he has such a great feel for what the defense is conceding, and Kristaps Porzingis makes a nice play on the inside.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Chalk up 2 there. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Hardaway against Nurkic. Offensive rebound. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his second basket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Anthony kicks to Lillard. And there it is for him.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Powell. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Here's Hardaway. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. And it's Seth Curry in for Hardaway. Basket good.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
And stolen by Ariza. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Passes to Trent. Whiteside gets to Ariza. Here's Trent. Anthony on the wing to the inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season. Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Here's Collins. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's a tie game in Dallas. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals.
I look to the times where things are going well.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Seth Curry. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's right in at the 3 slot.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
Brunson, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Hood for 3. The offensive rebound.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. Portland leading. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Here's Hood. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Cauley-Stein finds Curry. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Second chance shot. Here's Kleber. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team pretty solid numbers.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Collins, and a wide-open look for McCollum. Keeps it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
Oh, that's a good, strong finish. Porzingis not shying away from getting after it.
Good for three. Porzingis with the rebound. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. The game now all-time.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Right with the double team. Curry against McCollum. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. A different look for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Curry. And then for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony comes in for Collins. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Hood.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Porzingis passes to Powell. Out to Doncic. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Porzingis against Anthony. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
Scoring through contact is something Kristaps Porzingis has got to get used to in the NBA. Teams try to get physical with this guy.
And the basket by Lillard. Mavericks have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Bounce pass, Porzingis. There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter. And he makes good on the layup. Porzingis has got 8 points.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
The Trailblazers have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Hardaway with the steal. Out to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
How about Porzingis? You can play him as the roll man, or in this instance, use him as the ball handler. How hard is that to deal with?
Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
The Mavericks leading. The pass to Powell. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Powell. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. There was no stopping Kristaps Porzingis in the first half. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. He came in with... And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Damian Lillard. Powell with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. The shot by Powell, no good. And for Portland, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Well, you got to keep up. That time, Anthony leaving the defense in the rear view.
Doncic kicks to Powell. Out to Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Ariza with the rebound. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And here's McCollum for 3. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Doncic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make the pretty move off the bounce.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Brunson against Hood. Ariza outside. Down low, Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Well, quality floor recognition from Trevor Ariza. If a teammate is open, I promise you he will deliver.
Kleber with the bucket. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Collins passes to Trent. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, ouch. Trent passes to Whiteside. Yes, that goes in.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Collins. The Trailblazers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Mavericks trail by 4. Pass to Cauley Stein. And he converts the layup.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
.141 left in the 3rd quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. There's 1:40 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Kleber to the right side. Here's Finney-Smith. Out of hand on it, and he gets it back. Kleber against Ariza. Clock at 4. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Curry outside. The shot missing. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Trent, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
McCollum dishes to Whiteside. Stolen away. One-on-one fast break. Here's Cauley Stein. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Ariza against Kleba. Here's Whiteside. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Over to the wing. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brunson. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And he gets it to go. Brunson's got his second bucket. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Trailblazers lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Powell in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Nurkic finds Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Outside Curry. Back to Doncic. And stolen by Lillard. Cullen passes to Carmelo. It's blocked.
Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks, rises up and sends it back.
Goes up again. The feed to McCollum. And it's Anthony top of the key. Back to McCollum. Over Hardaway. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. That's now 8 points for C.J. McCollum. Mavericks trail by 4. Pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Here's Lillard. It's good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Porzingis inside. He's covered by Whiteside. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
But they recover it. Lillard finds Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Just 3 to shoot. Takes the 3. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And it's McCollum off the drive. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
You simply have to respect the shooting touch with Porzingis. That time, he gets the defender closing out, but nowhere near in time.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Whiteside. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Taken away by Anthony. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Inside, here's Nurkic. The Mavericks pull it in. Powell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Powell down low, working on Nurkic.
Gigantic shots like that have to help Powell's confidence. Quality look.
Now Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Powell.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Doncic, and he banks in the layup.
Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
Portland leading by 3. Now here's Lillard from outside the arc. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
McCollum against Powell. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Finney-Smith. To the middle. It's tipped. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
How about the skills of Dwight Powell down low? Hard for the defense to match up with his length.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Feeds to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Lets the 3 fly. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Nurkic. McCollum's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Porzingis can't hit. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Money!
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Ariza passes to Lillard. No good that time. And so it's Portland winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean,
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For